Breaking news concerning the investigation into a murder-suicide in Green Cove Springs that left those 4 people dead. News4Jax just obtained this surveillance video. It shows the moments police say Mary Lancaster kidnapped his former girlfriend, Valerie Short, from her workplace. And we've also just obtained the 911 calls made. In the end, Valerie Short, her father, Wyland Buddy Short, and Erica Green Lancaster were all shot and killed before police say Mary Lancaster turned the gun on himself. Family and friends are still trying to come to terms with what happened last night. They gathered at a vigil, and there's another vigil that will be held tonight at the hair salon where Valerie worked. Now, Channel 4's Vic Micolucci has been going through the 911 calls. We'll check in with him in just a minute. But first, Chris Parento's been there in Green Cove Springs all morning long. Chris, you have that new surveillance video. Pretty compelling.
It is, Bruce, and right now there's actually a small memorial starting to grow here outside of the Keeping It Classy salon where Valerie Short worked. People have been stopping by this morning, dropping off flowers, dropping off candles. We did receive some surveillance video from a law office right next to the hair salon where Valerie Short worked. Both the owner of Keeping It Classy salon and the owner of the business where the surveillance video was taken were okay with this video released showing what happened yesterday morning. In the video, take a look. You can see Murray Lancaster pull up to the salon in his truck just across the street from the Clay County Courthouse. As he gets out of the truck, he appears to reach back inside and put something in his pocket. He then walks around the truck and into the salon. The owner of the salon told me this morning that when Lancaster walked in, he walked straight to Valerie Short's station and told her they needed to talk. That owner, Shelly Danforth, says that the two went outside. The two, Valerie Short and Murray Lancaster, went outside, and that's when Lancaster pulled out a gun. You can't see the gun in the surveillance video, but the owner says that Lancaster held the gun to Valerie as he walked her to the truck. In the video, you do see Murray Lancaster briefly putting Valerie Short into the truck, then walk around to get back in and drive off. In the video, you also see another woman who has no involvement with this incident. There was only about 2 minutes from the time that Murray Lancaster pulled up, went into the salon, and then left with Valerie Short in his truck. That's when police say he headed toward the Magnolia West area, and police say that is where Murray Lancaster shot both Valerie Short and her father, Buddy Short. The owner of the Keeping It Classy salon allowed us inside this morning, showed us Valerie Short's station inside of the salon, which sits untouched from when she left here yesterday morning, I'm sorry, with Murray Lancaster. The owner, Shelly Danforth, put some flowers on that station, and others that had been left here throughout the night are also sitting on that station. The owner and another woman who works at the salon said this morning they are distraught over what happened, but they never thought that yesterday when Valerie Short left here with Murray Lancaster that it would end the way that it did. They say they've reopened today because that is what Valerie would want. Tonight, they will be hosting a vigil here at the salon at 6 o'clock. They say the public is welcome to attend. They say if anybody wants to bring flowers or wants to bring candles, to feel free to do that. They just want everybody to come out here and honor the lives of these 3 victims who were taken so tragically yesterday. Live in Green Cove Springs, I'm Chris Parento, Channel 4, the local station.
Chris, thank you. Now, in the last hour, we've gotten our hands on the 911 calls from those frantic moments. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci has been going through them, joins us from the newsroom. What did you find, Vic?
Well, Bruce, want to warn everybody, they are very disturbing. We hear multiple 911 calls. There are 7 in all, 1 where they specifically name Murray Lancaster as the suspect. They also say that Valerie Short has been kidnapped. Another one where you hear a call from the landfill where a woman says she found that other woman, Erica Green, dead. Take a listen.
Is the person that shot is still there?
No, they took off in a truck. They took off in a 4x4, like silver.
Okay, listen to me. I'm getting rescued there to help the woman that's been shot. Can you tell me anything about her? How old she is?
I don't know. I didn't look at her. She's laying on the ground on her side. I heard the shots, and then I turned around and she's on the ground. And I was trying to put my garbage in the trash. Oh my God! She's not moving.
Very frantic moments there. Again, 7 in all, some gruesome details. You can also hear the 911 dispatchers scrambling to get back up to get extra help because they got A lot of calls. They had a lot going on. I'm continuing to comb through these 911 emergency calls. I'll have much more for you all new at 5 and 6 o'clock. Bruce.
They just showcase the horror of those killings. Also learning more about the victims in yesterday's tragedy, Valerie Short's co-workers describe her as a fun woman with a great personality. She has 2 young boys. She dated Mary Lancaster for 2 years. Her father, Buddy Short, was his next victim. He was a longtime starter at the Green Cove Dragway. There won't be any events there as the community mourns this weekend. And Erica Green Lancaster was the last person killed. She was engaged to be married and had been divorced from Mary for about 2 years. There will be a vigil for the victims tonight at 6 at the Keeping It Classy Salon in Green Cove. That's where Valerie Short was working and kidnapped. More on this story on air and online at news4jax.com.